Welcome, Lunar Knights. This is a video that is it's going to be a update video. It looks like Lego Fortnite came out with an update 28.10 or version 28.10 for Lego Fortnite. As always, Lunar Knights, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell notification to get notified of my next video. There's a lot of things to cover. I'm just going to cover a couple and try to show examples here. Oh, and just so you know, this is footage that's way in the future. What I've already put up is only part 1 and 2. Part 3 is in the works. But this is way further down my line. I've played a lot, and unfortunately I just not have the time to edit it, but it will be coming out. I am trying to make an effort to come out. But anyway, besides that. Okay, so fried eggs takes less time to eat. It also says it's just a recipe for only 1 egg needed. So let's... Oh, I have one right here. Perfect. So let's just give the recipe. Owie. So if you can see here, it only needs 1. So now we can have 2 of these. It also says it takes less time to eat this egg, so I'm going to show you. And also, it's probably going to show you that you can eat on the move. So I'm going to show you. So this is regular. Very easy. But the cool thing is you can walk and eat on the way, which is nice. That's very nice. Sword. Look at that. It looks like there's a couple texture changes too. Looks like flexwood is a different change color, like a different coloration. It looks like also this wooden rod is as well different. Also, just want to really quickly show you guys how amazing this is. So we have a 16 and it automatically will be going there. So it won't, like, when you transfer it over, it won't like not stay, like, not be on the stack. Another cool thing. Ooh, wait, we don't want to use a sword. Just realized. Okay, you see this, nothing, but you can see this automatically picks it up because it allows you not to pick up equipment that are dropped from enemies, mainly because they're kind of bad to begin with. Another cool thing is that the fire is indeed working, not only in one way where you can hurt yourself, but in another way if you don't want equipment. See? Pretty cool. Another thing is villagers can open doors. So if you see blue squires following me right now, I'm going to quickly close the door, and he opens the door. Nice addition. Looks like you can also ping stuff. So for instance, you can say, let's go over here. Or you can say, enemy over here. Or you can mark items. So for instance... you can say, oh look, there's a bone. Oh, where's the bone? Right there. Same with equipment here. Pretty cool. So we have this guy, right? And let's say you want to use a balloon right in the middle. And then you're like, oh my goodness, I accidentally put it in the wrong place. You get your stuff back, which is really, really nice to have. So it helps with any builds, with any balloon builds. It helps with any balloon builds. I think it also does the same with blasters as well. So the good thing is you're going to have an easier time with this. So for instance, let's say you do this, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I put it in the wrong place. Now you can put it in the right place. Which is nice, so. I wonder if the same is to the switch. Yep, look at that. It's very nice. Now we have this. And you can't jump the fence. So, let's see if it works. And he still jumps the fence. So I think they can't jump the fence if it's like this high, but if it's low enough, they can. So looks like we're going to still have to make the fence taller. Another thing that they say is rams or sheeps from the grasslands have more health, which is great for these guys because they did not survive at all. So they said there's this new snap thing, but I don't see it. Is it this one? Okay, so it may just be a little more obvious. Okay, let's see if we can find a rainbow, because it did say a rainbow gives you better loot. So let's see if we can get better loot from that rainbow. Also, it says that on the map, you can see where your backpack and respawns are. So, which is really nice to see exactly where you're respawning. Also, when you get new people, you don't have to worry about the whole respawning everyone further away. What the heck is this? Oh, so it's a good thing we got to this, so... Nice. So blast cores are basically more accessible because of this. Oh, look, there's another one. These have a better reload speed. Look at Blue Squire, so popular. Like villagers, which is looks like there's new villagers. Brush Ranger, Rustler, Tomato Head will now appear as potential villagers. It also says you can delete villager option in the square. You can also remove villagers, but I don't think I have a specific villager I want to get rid of. Okay, so you can put start building, right? But then if you press R, abandons it. So it looks like they're saying that there's more different sizes, which we've already seen here. So for instance, yeah, we now have a little tiny one here compared to only having this one or this one. So there's more than just that, I assume. Hermit crabs do attack villagers and they attack back. That's kind of new, but not really, and it's not really too important. Okay, so you see this? Excuse me. And now there shouldn't be an area. That's interesting. That means you can get a village, repost the village squire or the village square, and then from there you can essentially relocate it, but you have to remove it in order to get rid of it. World owners remove other players from the world or remove their keys. Now, I'm not sure if that is because I thought it was already a feature that you can remove keys, but maybe removing other players from your game could be the issue. I could see like someone just being like, "Oh, I want to be invited to your place," and then they grief it. So I could definitely understand if that would be made. That's my only reasoning. I've never had anyone really have a problem. Like, I've never had a problem with anyone that come join my world, but then again, we're all chill. So it says placing a build will now remove any small bushes, rocks, or plants that are in the way. We can definitely do an example of that right here. So we're going to do a quick build like this. Okay, cool. Nice. That is awesome. And see, as you can see, even after all the builds gone, there's no more bush. Okay, it says you can now reliably place builds on slopes. So let's see if I can put a slope right here. Okay, so that's a lot better. I mean, it's still not desirable, but in terms of building on a slope, but it is a good addition. Okay. It says, speaking of caves, brutes have been found their way into some. Be careful down there. So essentially, there will be brutes. Sorry, There will be brutes in these caves. I don't think I'm going to find one, but I can try to look for one right now. And while I'm in this cave... Oh, is this a new cave I haven't been in? On the outfit list, it does state that we will be receiving some new characters and new skins. Like, it says higher details of skins. I'm not sure what that's pertaining towards, but the higher detail skins will be available for Cosmic Affinity, Crusher, X, FFC Sparkplug, Collie, Love Ranger, Scully, Snowfoot, and Stoneheart. But with the detailed characters, some outfits have, and this is from the actual website, so some outfits are already had Lego styles have gotten a higher detailed one. These higher detailed Lego styles will be replacing the original ones from now. You'll have the option to choose between both starting late February. So, and those are the ones like Cosmic Affinity, Crusher, X, FFC Sparkplug, Callie, Love Ranger, Scully, Snowfoot, and Stoneheart. Those are the ones you're going to get a selection, which is not going to happen until late February. So that part is not out, but that was just like kind of in the works. With version 28.10, more outfits in Fortnite will receive a Lego style. If you already own these outfits, their Lego style will currently be in your locker. So that means any of these that were in your locker, so if you already own these, now they will be Legofied, which meaning you can use the skin in Lego Fortnite. Following outfits will be received in Fortnite with the Lego style, basically. So, Ahsoka Tano. Now, I believe this is the Ahsoka Tano from her older version, the one with the white lightsabers from the new Ahsoka Tano TV series. Finn, not Finn the human, but Finn Rider, I believe is his name. He's the stormtrooper that turned to the rebellion, or I guess to the, I think they're called the Resistance. So this is Finn from the, not Stormtrooper. Well, I guess you could say they're from the First Order. He was from the First Order, and he turned to the Resistance. We're gonna have Jack Skellington, Loki. This Loki is not the Loki that we get from the Loki series. I think this is like one beforehand. Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man. I believe this Spider-Man is across the Spider-Verse, which is very exciting to see. I can't wait to see what other ones. Oh, there's still more. Star-Lord, Thanos. I believe the Thanos is a different Thanos. He's not a big fig, unfortunately, but he's going to be one with the golden arm. Then there is going to be Wolverine. Now, I think this Wolverine is not the Wolverine we got from the Marvel packs or from the Wolverine mech, but the Wolverine from the very first one. I think it's the set with Deadpool, if you know what I'm talking about. So once again, that was Ahsoka Tano, Finn from Star Wars, Jack Skellington, Loki, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man from Across the Spider-Verse, Star-Lord, Thanos, and Wolverine from the Deadpool pack. It looks almost exactly the same, but so the Wolverine one looks almost exactly the same, except he has the blue boots on. And I will show you a comparison between the two. He also has his mask on this one. In that Lego set, you actually don't get the mask. So, it's unfortunate, but it is... I mean, it is a Deadpool set, and it's the only official Lego Deadpool. So once again, it says, if an outfit has a Lego style, that means you can use the outfit in Lego Fortnite. So just remember that. So this is part of the fried eggs part. I've already talked about how fried eggs gives you less time to eat. It also adjusts the recipes and things like that. Okay, so with this, the reduced fullness gained from 8 to 5 and reduced hearts gained from 5 to 4 is talking about the egg. Okay, so it says here, eating food with a lower value stamina regen buff no longer overrides a higher value buff you already have. So for instance, slurp juice. It gives me 5 minutes of regen, right? But let's say I still want to eat. It does not override it, but it looks like it stacks with it, which is great. Fixed an issue where food wouldn't fill the correct amount of hunger while playing with a certain game language selected. So that's interesting. I didn't really have that much of an issue because of the fact that, you know, it is a different language. That's interesting. That's great because I would have probably had that issue beforehand if I was playing in Japanese. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit a couple other things here. So fix an issue where players would sometimes spawn in or under buildings. You no longer spawn on top of caves after you have exited Lego Fortnite inside of one. The respawn now works consistently. That's great to hear because I think there was a cooldown with that. Fixing aware bugs that prevent players from jumping it after respawning. I don't think I had that issue, but I've heard of it. Chests no longer a player floating in the air when you load in the world. Boulders no longer change locations when you load into the world. Destroying crafting stations no longer reappear sometimes when you load into your world. Attacks will hit and damage enemies more consistently. I didn't really feel a difference with that one, but okay. It also says nearby creatures will no longer accidentally get eliminated when a player does. Items you stored in your chest are no longer sometimes invisible to other players. Oops, sorry. Fixed an issue where players couldn't discover storage chest recipe correctly. I'm not sure what that one means. Villagers will now actually do their metal smelting job if assigned to. Great. The village square will no longer get accidentally destroyed when you destroy something next to it. I've never had that problem. Fix an issue where the stations could lose items they processed during the rain. Never had that issue either. Fix an issue in the grasslands sometimes made players too hot, too cold in areas near the dry valley or frostlands. Never had an issue with that one. Fixed an issue on mobile. I don't play mobile, but fixed an issue on mobile where you couldn't eat food after picking up a crate. That's interesting. Fix an issue where some cacti were dropping resources when destroyed, when they weren't. So that's fixed. Fix an issue where the stumps couldn't be damaged. Never had that. When starting a new world, Bright Bomber or Cuddle Team Leader will now follow you to your campsite, even if you wander off. They'll now also properly apply every time when starting a new world. That's interesting. Players no longer launch too high when they jump attack through geysers. Fix an issue where you sometimes couldn't sprint. I did have that problem, and actually I have been testing it here and there, and it's still an issue. So if they said that's fixed, that needs to be refixed because it's still an issue. Frame rate is improved when looking at water. Never had that issue. Added a new message that says your world is closing and starting back up again when you leave and rejoin the game too quickly. I never had that. Improved stability so that crashes aren't as likely. I haven't seen any difference with that, but I haven't really played it too long. Fixed an issue where players would get stuck in the loading screen when loading into the world. I think I did have that issue, but to be honest, I don't think I have. It's kind of hard to remember. Okay, supply drops will now fall more naturally and no longer get stuck in the air. I've never had that issue. Larger builds will now be stable and less likely to break apart. Let's see. Fix an issue where you break off chunks of a large building would cause them to fall through the ground and disappear. I've had that issue before. Fix an issue where dynamic foundations will sometimes go backwards when pushed. Alrighty, back to what I was saying. Fix an issue where dynamic foundations would sometimes refuse to move when you loaded back into your world. Nope, never had that. Dynamic foundations no longer get out of sync for other players in the world. That's good to hear that they fixed that. Fix an issue where the wheels would shift from the attach point or disappear when moving across the world. Interesting. Travel long distance with balloons and thrusters will no longer accidentally break off pieces. I hope so. Fix an issue where moving objects would jitter and knock players off of them. Nope, never had that issue. Pushing objects like logs is more predictable with less objects stutter. Good. And that was the physics part. Now we're at the UI. You can now remove shared worlds from your shared world list. We've already run over the second one, but we're going through to the third one. Adjust several UI screens on mobile to improve the layout on button signs for the touch controls. Good. Added more icons to the HUD. on mobile for more specific items is good. All items menu is now easier to get to in Sandbox. I don't really play Sandbox, so I don't have to worry about that. Resolve an issue where the village UI sometimes showing the wrong village level. I don't believe I had that issue. Okay, so that was going through all of them. Sorry it was in the last part. We're just, you know, a little just reading off everything. It's just more or less, there's not much way I can show that, but it is a lot of good additions. They're kind of like little background fixes, which is great to hear. Okay, so I think the only thing left is for me to show off the LaunchPAD, which I will do when I grab the stuff. Let me go grab them. Alrighty, so I got the LaunchPAD stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and put it down to show you guys. Alrighty, and here we go. Ooh, I like it. I like it. It's going to be very useful to traverse the world with this now, so great addition. Really great addition. Okay, now that I put everything back, because I'm going to use a LaunchPAD for a different... I'm going to basically make a tower and use it to make a LaunchPAD. Okie doke, so there's not really much else to talk about when it comes to this update. It's a really great addition, but it seems like more of a bug update than anything, more about updating the game, which is okay. I mean, like, the thing is, the game was a little glitchy. There were some people. I even had a situation where one of the issues, which I will not spoil right now, but one of the issues will be recorded, and that one's coming very soon, so you will see me go through that issue firsthand. And not only did it happen once, it happened twice to me. So the only thing left now is, what could this mean? The update. Honestly, it could mean that they are. I mean, it's Fortnite. They're gonna update no matter what. But it means that they are thinking more seriously. I honestly think that I wish there was a way that I could put more feedback. Not just about glitches or anything like that, but more feedback to the game. Like, I like the idea that the brutes are now able to spawn in the caves, so that's going to be interesting to find them in the caves. I also like the more characters, the more detailed characters. So I want to make this video because I have been playing this game a little more, and you can kind of see my village. No big spoilers. Just, if you don't want to see it, just kind of look away. Look deep into my eyes. And forget that I made this build. Anyway, I'm just happy to see that the game has updated. I will keep updating you guys whenever anything new happens with Fortnite. I'll be keeping up to that. If you want to see the full list of updates for yourselves, I'll leave the link in the description below. Alrighty, so once again, that was version 28.10 for Lego Fortnite. If you like what you see here, like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts about the update and see what would you want to add if there for the next update. Whether if it's a glitch that needs to be fixed, or something that you want to add, or maybe even new skins that you'd like to have them add. Comment down below. I'd like to see your guys' ideas. If you enjoyed the content, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Ring the bell notification to get notified for my next video. I promise, I know I'm a little behind, but I promise I'll get this out as soon as I can in terms of like part 3. It is in the works right now. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of the new update for this game. And until the next full moon lunar nights, I wish you well.